Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Wolf, and I've been wondering, where do Celestia and Luna go from here? Now, last we saw of them, they had helped with Twilight's coronation. And who knows where they are when Twilight has taken over ruling Equestria. We did see an entire episode dedicated to what they'd like to do if they had the time, and going all over the place, trying all these various activities, and it's quite an interesting dive into Celestia's personality and even Luna's likes and dislikes. But when you've been ruling over a kingdom for more than a millennia, when you had been away from Equestria for 1,000 years, when you've been on adventures, when you've taught students, when you've been idolized by who knows how many countless generations of pony kind, where do you go from here? Now, I'm sure that Celestia and Luna could spend quite a while going all over Equestria, even to places beyond, to try things that they've never tried before. I mean, part of the fun of being retired. You have all this free time and you get to try all the things that you've only dreamed of. But I can't imagine that would last forever. We know that the Royal Sisters have lived for quite a long time, but who knows how much life they still have yet to live. It could be they pass on to parts unknown in the next few years, or it could be that they live for many centuries still. How do you fill all that time? Well, I was curious, what if the Royal Sisters do venture off into lands unknown, far from the world of Equestria, where, and this is important, no one really knows who they are? Because no matter where they went in Equestria, they would be pretty hard-pressed to find any pony who had never heard of them before, or even knew what they looked like. But it is an interesting thought that maybe they could continue their adventures far away from pony kind, visiting new lands and helping those who never would have heard of them before. Or at the same time, visiting kingdoms and maybe even helping their rulers to learn from their experiences. Or it could even be that since we've seen them adventuring in centuries past, and since they've been ruling over a kingdom for quite a while, I know that Princess Celestia has taken on at least a couple of students that we know very well by this point. But she always had to split her time between teaching her students and ruling over the kingdom, taking care of the matters of the court. And I am genuinely curious that with all of Celestia's knowledge and wisdom and experience over the many centuries, would she ever want to take on a student who didn't already know who she was, and who she could devote all of her time rearing and teaching and helping an individual to be far more than they ever could be on their own? And what about Luna? We've seen just a few examples where she was the teacher, looking into the dreamscape for each of the CMC and helping them in turn become far more confident, far more empathetic, and learning a bit more about themselves that they never even realized was ever there. So wouldn't it be interesting to see someone like Luna taking on a student the way Celestia did years past? I don't know. I still think that there's quite a lot of potential that you could get from the Royal Sisters, even when they are far away from all the characters they've known for many, many years now. Far away from the kingdom they've protected for who knows how long. I know the show has long come to an end, and it's possible that they could return in future generations of the show. And yeah, it would be interesting to see new takes on the characters, but for where they ended up at the end of Generation 4, I am curious, where would such near immortal beings go after living as rulers and protectors and teachers? What would come next? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.